pure Hindu or Muslim state. And that's happening in the district level. If you go to Meerut, you find the same kind of atmosphere. Go to Mau is a Muslim majority district, and as a consequence, they cannot celebrate Ramayana, they cannot celebrate Diwali. That's the kind of thing. There have been recently, about a year ago, there was a riot there because the MLA and the MP of the area elected on majority vote. They say, no, you cannot do it. You want to do it in your own house, but you cannot put microphone and do it. Now, this kind of mentality, you can see in other parts of the country. In Tamil Nadu, which is only 5% Muslim, there are 40 town panchayats where the Muslims are in majority. And you have to go visit that to know what is happening. I had my house near Vellore, a place called Mel Visharam, and Hindus came there. And they told me, we are from Mel Visharam town panchayat, and we haven't got any civic amenities for the last 20 years. So we have come to you for help. I said, what about your MLA? MLA, he's not interested in us. Then I said, what about your MP? He says, oh, he doesn't bother about us. So what about the collector? He says, collector just receives our petition, doesn't do anything about it. So I said, what is your problem? He said, our problem is that we are 25% of Mel Visharam. And when elections take place, the 75% Muslim, they vote 100% of their people in. And after that, the town panchayat, they tell us very clearly, you want a school, you want the roads, you want the garbage to be clean, then you must convert to Islam. Then we will do it for you. And they said that, we refuse to do that, but they ruined our agriculture because they are running an animal tannery and they diverted the water of the processed water from the tannery to our fields, and therefore our agriculture crop is also dead. I couldn't believe that this was happening in India. So I went to Mel Visharam, saw it with my own eyes. Then I asked them, where are all your petitions in the last 20 years? They gave me this big file. So I took that file and I went to the High Court and I filed a case. At first the Chief Justice was a little angry with me. He said, why are you bringing such communal issues? We didn't expect this of you. I said, I am not coming on communal issues. I am coming under Article 15 of the Constitution, which says you must protect the minority. Unless you say that everybody in India is a minority except the Hindu community, in that case I will leave the court right now. But this is a Hindu minority and this is how they are being treated. And therefore under the Constitution, Section 50, Article 15, you have to protect them. And then he asked me to lead evidence. I led this whole thing, read out how they've been petitioning and they don't have schools, they have garbage is not collected, the roads are in total disrepair, etc., etc. And that the town panchayat also has issued notice to the Hindu community, if you want anything and you give a petition, you must write to us in Urdu, then only we will. So the Tamil state, but they demanded that. And then I thought this may be an exceptional case. Then I found there are 40 town panchayats in Tamil Nadu, Tondi in Rameshwaram, and all over Tamil Nadu, and all 40 places the same story is there. I'm happy to report that the High Court then issued a notice to the governor saying act on this or divide up the town panchayat so that the Hindus can self-govern in that area. So this kind of mentality comes out of the ideology. The ideology is Islam views the world in two parts, Darul Islam or Darul Harab. If it's Darul Islam, that means the Muslims are in power. If they are in power, then of course anyone who is non-believer is a kafir or a dhimmi, and therefore he is only fit for menial work. And the Muslims will rule, and then they will have their own Shariat law, etc., etc. But if it's Darul Harab, then you see the Muslim minority, which is not in power, is empowered by the Sira and Hadith to say do anything unethical but try to come to power. And that includes terrorism. If somebody says that terrorism is not backed by Islamic ideology, they're wrong. It's part of the concept of Darul Haram, and the only exception they have made is that if the Muslim is in such a shape that he can be exterminated or destroyed, then you make an alliance with the majority and live according to the rules that the majority tells you. And that's what Muhammad did with the Jews before he went to Medina. And then of course he broke the agreement. So I would like to say that I am not complaining against Islam, I am not complaining Christianity. They have got a clear mind. They know what to do. It's the Hindu who is confused. He doesn't know what it is and what he has to do. That confusion is what I am trying to remove by placing the whole conspiracy behind the destruction of Rama Setu. What is Rama Setu? First of all, know the geography of Rama Setu. If I can make you imagine the coast, southern coast of India, you have from Calcutta coming down to Visakhapatnam, etc., Madras, Tuticorin, Kanyakumari, Cochin, Trivandrum, Cochin, etc. That's the Indian peninsula. Now, somewhere along the Madurai, if you draw a straight line towards the ocean, you'll end up into the coastal line, but the coastal line is not a straight line. It comes up a little like that and turns in and then comes like that. That portion is called Mandapam. Those who are from Tamil Nadu know this Mandapam. Then there is a 2-kilometer ocean, and then there's an island. And this island is about 20 kilometers long, 25 kilometers long. That's called Rameshwaram Island, sometimes called Pamban Island, where the Rameshwaram temple is there. But you can go from the mainland to this island because there's a bridge which has been built, a railway bridge and a road bridge, so ships can go across. It's called the Pamban Bridge. And this island ends in a place called Dhanushkodi. And Dhanushkodi onwards the Rama Setu starts and goes for about 48 kilometers. It's about 2 kilometers wide. And it's a causeway, some partly under the sea, partly above the sea. And there's a low tide, you can see the whole thing. You can go there by boat and climb onto it. And the Rama Setu is there for all to see. There are enough photographs now, starting with NASA. Of course, the Indian Space Agency has also produced photographs. The Indian Space Agency photographs are the cover of my book. And therefore, there's no doubt that there is something like a causeway. It's not a bridge in the proper sense of the word, it's a causeway. 48 kilometers. Then of course you have Talai Mannar of Sri Lanka. That's the Setu. Now Dhanushkodi has his importance has been described by Valmiki's Ramayana. It says that when Rama reached Dhanushkodi, then he saw this ocean, and he said he commanded the ocean, part, so that we can go, and the ocean just ignored him. So Rama was upset, so he pulled out his Agniban, that is the fire arrow, and he decided that he will evaporate the ocean so that his people can walk across. At that time the Samudra Raja came up and he begged Rama, don't do this. There are so many living beings like the fishes and seafood, etc., and they'll all die. Therefore, your objective is to go across. And if you look across, you will see that the seabed is not flat. It comes up as a ridge. And therefore, at that ridge, you put sand and then bring coral rocks from the coastal line and put it there. And then on top of that, you put more clay, that is sand mixed with water, and then you got a bridge. And you can cross across. That is exactly what happened. Hanuman and his army brought coral rocks from the coastal area, and they put first clay, and then they put the coral rocks, and then they covered it with the sand. And that exactly is the structure even today. If you go to see the Geological Survey of India has produced this, and now